Yeah, I'm dead. But actually, so like, yeah, we're a music podcast, so I felt obligated to start with that. There's not shit that I really give a fuck about. V's dropped a song in the video. Go watch that. Shouts out to the shouts out. But other than that, there's been crazy shit going on in pop culture.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The year has been hot as fuck. So, I mean, I guess we could get into whatever we want to talk about. Do we want to start funny, positive, negative? What do you want to do? Should we go maybe Katt Williams first?
Yeah.
Maybe Katt Williams, bro. Maybe, probably for me, personally, a top 3 comedian ever. Dave Chappelle's definitely number 1 for me, even though the new special is very mid. He's a toxic nigga. But Katt is probably number 2 or 3 for me, and that nigga has set the world ablaze calling people out. He went on Club Shay Shay and did a very, very long interview, if you want to call it that.
It was really just not even that. It was just him speaking.
Yeah, just
know?
ranting. I appreciated it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think it's always fun to get like a different perspective, but like I was telling you earlier, bro, like there were parts where you just straight up lying. Like, and I'm like, it takes away the credibility of the rest of it. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
It's entertainment and it's funny because like what he's saying is true for the most part. But at the end of the day, bro, you're not reading 3,000 books as a kid a year. Or a week? What did he say?
A week.
He said something crazy.
Nah.
And it's like, bro, that's impossible.
Shock value. I mean,
Shock
but if
value.
you've seen some of his stand-up, it felt almost like he approached this like it was a special. Like, it felt like he was there to just kind of tee up. And I've seen people, like, kind of try to hate on Shannon. It's like, oh, you weren't asking enough follow-up questions. Like, you weren't really, like, you kind of just let him say shit without any pushback and shit. And it's like, I think he says at the beginning of the episode, it's not an interview. I don't think Shannon Sharp claims to be a journalist. He says, I have someone here for a drink and a conversation.
Yeah.
And that's what it is. You know what I mean? It is funny because a lot of the niggas Katt was shooting at Shannon had on his platform before.
Yeah.
Cedric, Kevin Hart, but
That's what he said, right? He said that he came on the platform because his name was getting dragged on this specific platform.
Yeah.
And then also when he mentioned Joe Rogan, I know he was like, but no, I got to come to Shannon. You know, I think it's cool to take a moment to also big up Shannon Sharp and what he's done this year and the past years of his career. I think he's been such an important figure, especially in the last like 6 months, ever since he got boosted by ESPN.
yeah.
I don't know. He's been everywhere, and it's been really cool to see.
I think it's funny because they call it new media a lot, especially with these athletes getting podcasts and stuff like that. And Shannon is older. Bro's like 55, you know what I mean? I think a lot of kids don't even know how crazy Shannon Sharp was.
Yeah.
Like, that nigga was better than, like, whatever you think Travis Kelce is on, Shannon Sharp was that and maybe a little better. Like, that nigga on the field was different. And now he's just really seamlessly transitioned into media while not compromising his personality.
At all.
Which is dope.
At
which
all.
is really, really dope.
He'll say whatever.
Bro, and this is the same nigga though. Like, my favorite, like, most iconic clip before like I got into the media shit was Shannon in the middle of a game. He had like 150 in the first half of a game. Picks up the phone, stares into the camera on like Sunday. It was Sunday Night Football. It's like, call the National Guard, call like the FBI, someone. These niggas need help, bro. Like, he's doing that on national TV, bro. So
That's
it's
so
dope
funny.
to see that energy translate. But Katt got on there and he was going at head tops. He called out Kevin Hart. He called out. First of all, he was I guess my toxic ass want to start with. He was making fun of niggas wearing dresses.
Oh yeah, no, that was really crazy.
Bro, how do y'all feel about that?
What?
The people saying
Set up. It's a setup.
It's not.
It's
I'm
a setup.
asking you. Is there a problem with these niggas putting on dresses? Do you think there's an agenda behind that shit?
Are you saying like certain people specifically, or are you talking about in general?
In certain people specifically, do you think there's an agenda behind taking these black comedians who are at the height of their power, being very real, doing this shit, gaining a lot of popularity, and Hollywood finding a way to put them in a dress on the big screen?
He did speak about that. I mean, I don't know if like that in itself is the issue. I think the greater issue is probably just like I think sometimes black men in Hollywood are taken and they're just like manipulated in terms of like you're gonna look like this, you're gonna talk like this, you're gonna do this, you're gonna do that. Like, they kind of make fun of black men in Hollywood a lot, and I think that might be part of it. But I don't think that specifically is an issue. I just think an overall issue in Hollywood in general is like how black men are represented. Because
if that's your bag, it's your bag. If you've been wearing dresses, if that's what you want to do, you know what I mean. I look at it like You see a lot of the young athletes, especially basketball players, Caleb Williams, they paint their nails.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck if you paint your nails. You know what I mean? That's not weird to me or anything like that. And that's so clearly them expressing themselves. So that's cool. It's the people who have no indication of this. This isn't their bag. And then all of a sudden, when they get on the biggest stage of their career, they can only do that by putting on a dress. I don't know if there's a correlation, but like when I looked at his points and just like it has happened with a lot of people. And then he even said like what did he say? He said like there's like a starter pack you get once you agree with their little cult. Like you get the weird face looking light skin wife.
I'm not gonna lie, bro. And this is a different point. I think he went for the dresses because that's an easy low blow, old head thing
For sure.
Can we talk about slave movies, bro? Bro, why the biggest like black stars in Hollywood going straight to the slave movie, bro? That's a better conversation to have that they're not having. They just want to go for the dresses because obviously old people are on some like, oh, these kids like to wear dresses and paint their nails and on that type.
You
time.
see, they got Will. That's exactly Will's
That's
first
what I'm
movie
saying.
back. Will's first, but I'm not gonna speak. You know what I mean, dude?
Yeah, this might be too much. Of this
you know what I mean? We can't do it 10 minutes. This is my energy all 2024.
We need Dr. Umar on our podcast. I'm not gonna
He's sitting in this garage with us.
That nigga set that shit off too, bro.
Yeah,
Him and Katt back-to-back interviews at the tail end of the year, start of this year was beautiful to see. That, and shout out that nigga Joe for putting it behind a paywall. That's hilarious. When we get up, we doing that with all our big interviews.
No.
Y'all niggas gonna have to pay to see that shit.
I know everyone wanted to talk about Katt Williams. I personally appreciated the Dr. Umar interview more.
That shit was hilarious.
Because it was funny, and I was like, yo, obviously Dr. Umar is an extremist, but there were some points where I was like, he's kind of making sense, like, low-key. Kind of making sense.
What was your favorite Dr. Umar point?
Oh, yeah, I don't know what my point is. I don't know what my favorite Dr. Umar point was, but my favorite moment was when he was like, what did he say, bro? He was on some, hold up, something just came to me. Are you mixed race? Wait, I was like, that's crazy. And then he called the guy a bunny hopper. I'm like, bro, this is wild. Super wild.
Bunny hopper.
That's what I'm saying. That's a wild interview, and the guy's an extremist. I just thought it was funny that he was honestly arguing with like 5 grown adults, and none of them could hold a candle to his arguments because he's really well read and researched.
And I think screaming helps.
Yeah,
I think you gotta like be loud, talk over people, and then cite books and sources that you know no one else can refute.
Right?
Like there's ways to bullshit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely.
I appreciate a good bullshit. That's why I've been watching both these interviews. I'm like, yo, y'all niggas is putting on a masterclass, bro.
No, this is a great start to the year content wise. Because the Katt one, there were so many great clips to what he said. He said, Harvey Weinstein came into the office and offered to suck my penis in front of all my agents.
And then these niggas are trying to get back. Kevin Hart was on his little NBA show and was trying to make fun of the interviews. Like, Katt Williams apparently purchased the whole Knicks organization and gave it back with a receipt. You know what I mean? Just trying to like kind of discredit, say Katt be saying whatever, but
give it back with a receipt. I don't even get that.
I don't know. Yeah.
Just like he lied.
Yeah.
Honestly, it showed me that those other comedians aren't funny.
Because he had some points, bro, and it's hard to like I think being good at your craft definitely like validates you in your craft. And when you're a comedian and you can be funny while making these points, it's very validating. If you can be hilarious while telling me why other comedians aren't funny, like you don't really always need to be speaking the truth. You're making your point just in the way that you deliver it, you know?
Yeah.
100%.
And he made me think. I was like, when have I watched Kevin Hart do stand up? Have I? Is he funny?
He definitely has stand up. Like, I don't know why he said that did he say he didn't?
He was talking about
he said
Cedric. He said Cedric. Cedric has 6 stand-up comedy specials and you can't find them on Netflix or Tubi. He said the top of the top or the bottom of the barrel, that nigga is nowhere to be found. He deleted all evidence. Cedric isn't that funny to me. Steve Harvey, when he did the Kings of Comedy shit, fine. He's more of a host, I think, than a stand-up comedian. I like that he was still fucking with Bernie Mac because Bernie Mac is one of my favorites ever. He's great. But yeah, I mean, a lot of these niggas that like claim to be like that because they've been boosted in actor roles, movie roles, you know what I mean? But like stand-up wise, bar for bar in that field, they can't really hold a candle to Katt. Because if you go through any of Katt's specials throughout like history, like I think that the last 2 as he's been older were a little iffy, But before that, the nigga did not miss. And will have you like rolling on the floor dying for hours. So he's one of the best, and I was happy to see it. I gotta pull up the video of this nigga calling out Kevin Hart though. Did y'all see that shit?
Which one, bro?
The old one. It's an old one.
Oh, no,
definitely.
What did he say in the new one? He said, "There's no stories, no receipts of anyone ever being at a sold out Kevin Hart show." I was like, damn.
Oh my God, this is the greatest video of all time. Put it on the screen. So hopped off the PJ, fur coat. This is the time.
See, I seen your stuff on social media, boy. I know you what you do, but you do it for play. If you do it for real, here it is, Kevin. I got a show at your hometown in Philly. I'm gonna take my special there. On that stage, we can put whatever you want. A full court basketball court, a boxing ring, 2 microphones for a rap cipher, or you can get your ass dusted in comedy on that stage. But it's $1 million up for each one.
First of all, you cannot argue with a nigga with a tattoo on his underlip like that. Already insane.
I didn't even know, bro. I literally thought that was like a little soul patch.
Yeah. No, it's just permanent soul patch.
That is wild.
Mr. 28 million in Forbes. I'll be bringing mine in cash, Mitch. Bring yours however you want. And since you're not a puppet, don't bring no white people with you then. That's a $5 million bet individually. You can take it all, or you can take it part and parcel. This is the new movement.
This is the new movement.
Yo, what is
This is the great.
Tell them plastic cup boys, we make enough money to drink out of real glassware.
Bars. Tell them plastic cup boys, we make enough to drink out of real glassware, nigga. Stupid in the fur. That's the greatest nigga of all time, bro.
No, that's hilarious.
Yeah.
I've never seen that video.
Nah, he's the GOAT.
That's hilarious.
He been going at these niggas for a minute though, so this ain't nothing new with Katt.
Right.
That nigga just funny as fuck. But yeah, shout out Shannon, shout out Katt for starting the year off with great fucking comedy. It's just great ha-has. Something that's not funny.
Oh no.
Something that's a little dark.
What?
Jeffrey Epstein.
Big Ep.
Oh my God.
Big J Ep.
He's back.
Yo.
He's back.
All right, did you?